Yeah, we are live. Welcome to the community Joen Erik stream. And we are here together because, in case you don't know, Joen Erik lost all his magic cards. Actually, they got stolen while he was on the train. And with me here is Richard. And today we're going to talk about all the donations, everything that happened after that, and basically celebrate everything. And maybe we can even, get.
We won't celebrate the stolen.
No, we won't celebrate that. But I mean,
Everything that happened after it.
that's a good point, yeah. Because actually, Richard, what happened with Joen Erik and what happened after?
Yeah, so it's 2 weeks ago right now. Yeah, it's 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago we had the Uthden Troll Cup in Leeuwarden, organized by Ron and many others, I would say by now. 3 days of Magic Festival. And Yoon flew over from Norway to Schiphol, took the train to Leeuwarden, played for 2 days, 2.5 days. Had a lot of fun. And then got back on the train and didn't have his bag when he arrived at the Schiphol train station. So in short, and we will talk to you in a bit, in short, that is what happened, which was, I think for everybody very painful to hear.
Yeah, I think it's a nightmare of every old school player, right? That you lose your collection, or that your collection in this case gets stolen in the train.
Yeah, I mean, during Raging Bull, I thought for 45 minutes that I had lost my bag, and then it was actually misplaced. So I sort of know the feeling that a bag full of your collection is gone, but mine was back after 45 minutes. And I can only imagine Yoon in the train. You need to get out of the train. You need to catch a plane. You don't see your bag. You're pretty certain where you put it. So you're like, should I get out of the train? No, I don't want to get out of the train because then my collection is gone for sure. But I need to catch my plane. What am I going to do here? And then of course you need to go to the check-in, whatever, and all you can think about is your lost collection, and you probably think about this is in it, and this is in it, and this is in it, right? Yeah. So that's yeah. I can't imagine.
Ultimate stress. And then I think what happened after that? Because I remember getting messages, and before I knew it, there was this whole action going.
Yeah, I think was that Monday morning then or Sunday still? Monday morning, right? I think he put into the Odol chat, because he plays a lot of Odol League online. He put first a message when he got on the train saying, "Bye guys, it was a fantastic tournament. Thank you for having me, and see you next time." So he posted that at, let's say, 9:30 in the morning. I don't know. And then 2 hours later, he literally posted one message: "Bag is gone," or "My bag got stolen." And then the reactions came in, and then. It might be you or somebody else said, well, then some chatter with Joen Erik happened, because, well, he needed to spill his guts as well, right? And
yeah, of course.
Stuff like that from guys, and we were like, how can we help? And then somebody said, that happened a while back in the US as well. Maybe we should do a fundraiser. So that was like maybe 2 hours or maybe even sooner after what happened, and we were still unclear what happened. But and then Ron, who just organized a tournament for 3 days, spent half a year preparing, said, I'm already on it with other Richard. I'm Richard V, he's Richard B, he helps organizing Uthden Troll. Like, we're gonna do something. And then everybody chimed in. I mean, there were, before, let's say, there was any organization, there were already 40 cards donated.
Insane. But also like Guardian Beasts and stuff like that, like insanely precious cards. Ooh. And actually the names that you see under the stream, those are all the people that donated cards or money or something else.
Yeah, it was, I mean, it didn't start with, and not that it really matters. Of course, value matters as well. But it didn't start with a 4th edition Jameson tone. No, it started with, here's a set of Antiquities Mishras, right? I mean, it's what's all the noise? Is that Henk? I guess that's
probably.
Henk, what are you doing here anyway? Mute Henk, because I hear him going through the room all the time.
We'll mute Henk. He's gonna, because later we're actually gonna replay the finals of the Uthden Troll Cup. And Henk is going to play in that. Because, of course, we got to play some Magic, right, when we talk about.
And Henk thought, let's join early, even when they said, what did he knows, right? But no, that's great that he, because Henk donated as well, he was honored as well, but he was on a business trip to Barcelona, so first had to get his act together there. But yeah, back to the community. I mean, so it was Monday evening, and you did get a time schedule, Henk.
I love the guy.
He's already
We're
annoying.
Professionals, Henk.
Yeah.
Kinda,
so
kinda.
I think even already in the evening, we had a WhatsApp group between Dion, yourself, Richard, Ron. I joined, and then I said I want to help, and the best thing I can do is an Excel sheet, or in this case a Google Doc. So I started organizing Google Doc, and then things kept coming in basically. So from different WhatsApp groups, we then there were already a Facebook post. Because Cecilia made a WhatsApp page with what happened, which he actually made already at 5 o'clock on that Monday, right? And then from that website, we added the Google Doc, and from the Google Doc, it just evolved.
Because maybe that's good to mention the Google Doc. There's a link to the Google Doc in the description below. If somebody now wants to donate a card or donate some money, what is the best way to do it?
Maybe. This we talked about when we had the idea for the stream. Let's do a fundraiser, but actually the fundraising was the last 2 weeks, so this is more like the thank you stream by now. But still, of course, you can donate. As Timmy said, the link is in the chat. The thing is, what we do now is I've created an overview of everything that was lost that Joen Erik carried with him. Of course, Joen helped with that. At first, I only had the two deck photos, and then Joen added all the stuff. There's 605 cards lost, so that's
insane.
And then what I do, I keep track of all the, let's say, pledges people make, which can either be cards to be donated, it could be auction items to be donated, it can be finder's fee / money donated. And I just keep track of that in the Excel sheet. And so if you want to add something, feel free to reach out to myself, Richard Veeman, or Ron Dijkstra, or to Timmy, because Timmy will redirect you, or anybody actually from the Dutch community, because we all know each other pretty well. And get in contact, and you can ask. You can add something to the list. There are 4 tabs. One with, let's say, everything that has been donated, with a nice pivot table, and then also everything that was lost, and then a pivot table of everything that has not been donated so far. So if you want to donate something, everything is useful, I have to say, but something that was lost, you can actually see that in the Excel sheets. And again, this is not to. There has been small wrap up. There's been 365 cards donated.
Wow.
Which is insane. 246 are matching his last collection, right? So, let's say almost 40% of his collection is back. In his collection was also almost full power, 39 revised duels, the Chaos Orb, and the library, so you can't expect those to be donated. But literally, to give an idea, a Transmute Artifact, an Underground Sea, a Tundra, a Badlands, a Wheel, a Mirror, and 2 Guardian Beasts were donated, right?
Yeah.
So that's insane at the same time. Over 1,200 euros finder's fee. We have auction items. I'll talk about that in a bit. And then you donated your Patreon income for November. So if you're not a Patreon yet, if you become a Patreon this month, the money also goes to Yoon, right? So we try to help in any way possible. And so you can always add stuff. But we want to just, we'll bring in Yoon in a little bit, but this is more.
I think it shows what kind of community the old school community is, because it's a small community, but that also means that we all know each other, and when something like this happens, we all want to chip in, we all want to help, because we know how difficult it is to rebuild, but also the connection you have with the cards. I mean, some of us have been having these cards for 20 plus years, and you remember when you bought them or when you traded them. Right? And it's like I said, it's not simple to go, just buy a starter deck and start all over again.
No, exactly, right? You build, it takes time to build. Some people had something from the past and start building from there. I know we've seen Joen Erik has very special altars, which you probably never get back, right? I already said it on Facebook, right? if your bag gets stolen, it's not only cards you lose, but it's also like, okay, I'm not going to play this game again because rebuilding takes too much effort. It's a community that's sort of gone, right?
Exactly.
So
Friendships.
yeah,
In a way gone, because you're not going to meet them anymore at tournaments and other online
no.
events.
And I think by showing the support as a community, you tell him, well, maybe your cards are lost, but you are part of a community, and we just hope you'll be back, right? And or you remain part of the community, and yeah, that was just awesome.
I think, by the way, we mentioned it already, but it's really good just to say it again, that the bag got stolen in the train towards the airport. So there was a train in between. It had nothing to do with the tournament. It was just bad luck.
No, it's the train from Amersfoort. So he took a train from Leeuwarden to Amersfoort. And Amersfoort is a central train station hub. It's not really a central place in the Netherlands, but well, it is. But and then he had a layover towards the Amersfoort Schiphol train. That is the let's say the connection where the most heists are. Well, of course, Yoon didn't know that. But yeah, it's famous for bags that get stolen of tourists. And that is just 99.9% sure what happened, right? Just a random bag to hope to find an iPad or a laptop or whatever. And then, well, we don't know what happened to the cars. Let's not even think about it. But
you always hope for a miracle that somehow.
Yeah, we even had one guy searching trash cans around between two train stations, right? Because you hear stories about people heisting, jacking a bag, and then they pull out what's valuable and they dump the rest in a dump, right, in a bin. Right? Yeah, that could have happened. And so he went searching just for some random bins. You never know, right? Yeah, and unfortunately, nothing was found.
Yeah, and also somebody in the Netherlands that worked for the NS, so the train company, contacted internally as well at the company to see, can we find it somehow?
Yeah. Unfortunately, you would say cameras, etc. It's very. Everybody knows that it's very hard to get the police to do anything for anything that gets stolen.
Yeah.
It's probably simple if you if you murdered somebody, but. Yeah, and you could say, it's very valuable. I mean, Yoon couldn't file the police report in the Netherlands, so we had to go to Norway, file the police report. Well, he can tell all about it. Maybe.
Yeah, let's get Yoon in. Let's get Yoon
in. Maybe first the auction items, and then get Yoon in.
Okay.
I'll be very quick. There are some items that are up for auction. They're up for auction at the Uthden Troll charity auction Facebook group. There is a link in the description below. And the auction is running until Tuesday, I think 9 o'clock Amsterdam time. And you can still bid on the items. Anything that is bid on the items will go for the full 100% towards Joen Erik. Because so many cards were donated and we didn't expect that. I mean, we have a limited set of items, but actually like that, it's let's say, but we already have 450 euros of biddings on the items, so that's very good.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, we have a full set of Beatdown donated by Robert Meiboom, a full set of Homelands donated by Louis X Points the Nice, a land text painting created by Ville Sarli by Martin, and a use and life counter by Martin. We have an Antiquities War comic, an MTG calendar, and an official encyclopedia donated by Henk. And I think you saw them already, Timmy, because you bid on one, right?
Oh, I did. Yeah.
I donated these two boxes.
But those are beautiful boxes. They're really nice.
Yeah. I have two more, not the same, but I thought, well, I have four. I don't need four. I'll donate these. So you can bid on the items until Tuesday. Follow the link in the description below this video. And anything goes to Yoon. And Yoon, if you're listening, chime in. I'll send you a text, and we'll have a small chat with Yoon in 2 seconds. And then after that, we have the match, right?
Yeah. So we're gonna recreate the match. Maybe you can send Yoon the link. And while we're waiting for Yoon, I can tell you a little bit about the game. So the finals of the Uthden Troll Cup, which you could have seen on the live stream, but unfortunately in the editing, that section of the stream got cut off by YouTube. Evil YouTube. But so we're going to recreate that finals now. We still have the original recording, by the way. And it's between a mono green deck. Ah, there we've got Yoon already.
Hey, professional.
Hello.
The man of the hour.
Yes, yes. This. So cheers, guys, and of course, cheers to the old school community.
Yeah,
Cheers.
yeah. Cheers for sure.
Yeah, I set a really cool background here. I just not like this shitty room I'm in. I'll
Nice,
just
man.
put that on so you can see the beautiful place I'm living in. Let's see. Did it work? No, I probably can't. I'm not allowed to do that.
Let's go.
Anywho, yeah. Well, I just want to say that you guys have just turned one of the absolute worst experiences that, well, of the most unimportant things in life, was the most important thing I had, and of course, losing the cards, like my heart just sank. And the old school community has just like really, I'm not an emotional person, but I'm surrounded by emotional people. so so by I've told the story like, oh, okay, people, yeah, your luggage was lost, and I told, yeah, okay, told them an approximate value of how much was lost, and people were really shocked, and that was one thing. But when I told how you guys rallied together, like immediately, just like I sent, as you said, by the way, Richard, you have a phenomenal memory. Like you recalled everything step by step, so everything you said was correct, even the account of the theft.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I've told told how you guys just have like all the donations that have come in and everything, and I've literally made people cry at work. They were just so moved.
Wow.
And my father, who I thought basically didn't care about this, like, first of all, he was really, really angry on my behalf, like, because he remembered me being 11 years old and buying these cards, and apparently he's really happy that I played that instead of doing drugs. So
You can combine the two as well.
no, I couldn't afford drugs.
Not anymore.
No. So
I bought a Mox. Here's my cocaine.
yeah. I can't afford drugs. So yeah. So he was also really angry. And when I told him, like, oh yeah, it's really, really sad. It's heartbreaking, gut wrenching. But these guys, and they're like, and I mean that in both genders, because I've seen there's everyone's represented on the donation list.
No, everybody.
Yeah, just fantastic, and the response that I get from non-Magic people has also been like, this is insane. Like what this community, don't ever let go of it, and I will not. It is.
You have no choice now. You have, what is it, 365 cards you have to play one by one.
Yeah.
Everybody, so.
To be one hell of a deck. Those 15 Power Stones, I'm really...
Yeah, but I think you can build almost DFB green. So there are. I mean, don't do it. But actually, you should just stay with the 365 cards, and then for the coming year, try to see what the best meta is you can get out of it, right? Just,
I've already, because like when we finish this, I will of course copy the Google Doc. Yeah. And I will note when every card has been used. Every card will be used in a deck. I can promise that every card will come to good use.
Yeah. Go ahead. Though.
Oh yeah, so now I want to say I was, to be honest, also surprised with how many people donated, how quickly, and also not just people from Norway, not just people from the Netherlands, but from the whole old school community. So it's just insane.
And like people I don't even know, like their names that I don't even recognize. Because I played a lot of old, so many of the names were familiar to me, and that in itself, that people that are like barely spoken to like you, Richard. I think the first words I've ever spoken to you were at the UTC.
Yeah. Now, literally, I mean, I remember Friday I heard that you got in the train with Wilfred and Erwin. So the only thing I said, you had a nice train ride, and that's literally, I mean, we didn't converse a lot, right? And the thing is, my skill are organizing, right? That's what I'm good at. And I saw the whole community stepping up, and I was like, okay, what can I do? Organize. Okay, I'll organize. And then, but I mean, the amount of messages was insane, right? Literally, because you met a lot of people at Uthden Troll, right? And of course, Odo. But there were literally people on Facebook Messenger or on WhatsApp saying, I don't know the guy. I've never met the guy. How can I help? And I was like, here is the list. anything, and then here's a whatever, right? It doesn't matter what the value is. And I was like, are you? I mean, sometimes I was really typing, "Are you sure?" Right? Because I mean, I don't want to. I mean, we're not begging or obliging anybody, right?
Not at all.
But
Not at all. I'm really humbled by this, and I also like. I'm not really good at asking for help. The message I sent after my bag was gone was just like, I
shit.
Yeah, shit. Because the first thing I did when I noticed the bag was gone was I just went up and shit, no bag and no other bag in there. So it wasn't a mistake. It was definitely stolen, and my heart just sank. And the first thing I thought was, shit, there goes that part of my social life because these as I live in Bergen. We're two old school players here, and the other guy works a graveyard shift, so I've never even met him.
Wow.
So me playing old school in real life is something I rarely get to do. So I have these webcam games, which I really enjoy, playing the Odal and the X Points, which are the ones I've played the most. And my first thought was just, that's gone now. That's gone. I have to play with my shitty legacy decks and start playing Commander or whatever.
No, man, we don't want you to do that. No, I mean, that'll even be worse than getting your bag stolen, I guess.
yeah. Like, what can you do, Thief?
Stuck with Commander for the rest of your life. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, but then immediately the support came, and like everything was just and you again, Richard, you described like my whole emotional journey quite well after it was like, even though I haven't told anybody how I experienced, like, okay, my cards are gone, I don't want to leave the train.
Yeah.
I almost physically grabbed the train guy, like, do you have cameras here?
Yeah. Stop the train, let's search everybody, right? Whatever.
Like everything. And then just no, you just run up to the police and at the airport, and then started everything. Just action is needed. Go to the airport police. No, we only handle Schiphol thing. You need to call
seriously?
Yeah. You need to call the national police. Okay, I call the national police. Yeah, no, if you can't come physically to file a report, you need to file a report in Norway. Then they will forward it to us. Oh, God damn it, are you kidding me? I have to get on a train and no, a flight.
Flight, yeah. Oh, so the police in the Netherlands told you can file in Norway, and then the police in Norway told you have to file in the Netherlands, right?
Yeah, I looked.
Basically, they just dismissed the case. Normally, you just get a confirmation, okay, because you need it for the insurance. So I would have to file it with some sort of police, and the insurance actually says I have to file it with the local police. But that's impossible. That wasn't possible for me. Well, basically not. I could have just not taken the flight, but that was So I filed with Norwegian police, and they just they confirmed that I filed a report, and then the day after they dismissed it by just saying that there's no reason to investigate whether a criminal act has happened. And I just called. I just had to call them. Okay, guys, we. So are you not going to forward this to the Netherlands? No, I haven't heard that we're able to do that. So and of course I'm not going to fight. Okay, come on, Interpol, come on, where are you?
Exactly. Yeah. No, I looked it up at the Dutch police, and it literally says if you are a non-resident, so not living in the Netherlands, then you have to file it face to face. That's the only option. So,
Because I also checked when I got home on the homepage of the Dutch police, and both police forces were equally useless in this case. And of course, I understand they have more important stuff to do, but. Yeah,
not to us. It's old school cards.
Yeah, I mean, you should be able to at least file it for the insurance. Come on, I mean,
and I've done.
That is a bit ridiculous.
And I filed insurance claim. So it's filed for insurance purposes, and the insurance company has. I filed my claim with them. And it's a shit show, or it will be, because insurance companies in Norway are highly automated. So basically, if you file an insurance claim, it goes by robot, and Like you get an immediate answer. I have a dog that had some surgery, and I literally chatted to a robot and pressed enter, uploaded my receipts, and 600 euro to my account.
Yeah.
So this was not the case because
It's a little bit more complicated.
a bit more complicated because I had to, for example, I had to specify whether the items were used. Of course they are.
Yeah.
And then they're new, and then I couldn't expect to get a new one. This is, of course not. I'm not. You can't. I can't. Well, okay, I can get new ancestral recalls now, but but I don't want those. So I expect the insurance case to be a shit show, but I haven't heard.
Hey, but Yoon, what if they come back with a full set of Magic 30th year anniversary? We got you a Moxie Emerald. Yeah, they're wrong.
Hey, at least it's something. You can trade it again. They won't do it.
Yeah. Hopefully. Then I prefer the proxies that Robert donated.
Hey, maybe so we have let's say an Excel sheet with pledges. I know that some people already sent money to Ron, for example. Probably some people already sent cards to you, which is also fine. The pledge is there. They don't have to always go through me or Ron or whatever. But maybe for some people who already pledged, right? The idea is that I think, correct me if I'm wrong, anything under 20 euros is tax-free in Norway. So we will ask people to send stuff directly, most likely. We will figure it out, right? And then there will be live tournaments in Belgium and in the Netherlands in December. So we will have collection points there where people can drop off stuff in real life. So at least it goes to one person. Let's say Ron, you and me will figure out how to best get the cards to Norway, maybe via Sweden, or maybe directly. We'll figure it out. The point is that the last 2 weeks we focused on, you on the insurance stuff. We focused on the hope still getting the bag back, and if the bag comes back, the pledges are not necessary anymore. And then if people, if people had already sent all their stuff, then you need to send it back.
I will send it back. Yes.
So we focused the first 2 weeks on organizing the donations, the pledges, the auction, and this live stream. For next week, we're gonna figure out what the best way is to send you all this stuff. So please bear with us. But there will be a communication in the Google Doc where you can see option 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's say. So that's probably important for some listeners, or maybe not at all, depending on what you're doing here. But I had people said, "Give me your address, I'll send it now." And it was Tuesday, and I was like, "We didn't even speak to him yet." Okay, right? I mean that's, and I get it, right? Because you want to act, and the sooner you act, the more, the better it is. But a pledge is almost as worthy as sending the card, because
definitely, and I'm in no rush. I'm extremely humbled by this whole thing. And,
I totally forgot something. My wife just left the house to visit the family from Norway who's over from Norway. They could have taken it all with them. Well,
by the way, we just got a Robin van der Sluis is donating 2 copy artifacts, 4 in white bordered. So that's great. That's amazing.
Okay.
Robin. Thank you.
One of my favorite cards. Thank you so much. And this, I'm also really grateful for you guys for organizing this thing, because I've been thinking how can I say thank you to the community, and hopefully most of the people who donate to something are watching this, because I really am so grateful, and I'm a man that's really good with words. I feel like Donald Trump now. I'm the best. Nobody's better with words than me. But I'm really at a loss for words for my gratitude for this. This is I really appreciate the effort that's gone to getting me back into the game. Really,
we're gonna keep you in, man. We're gonna keep you in.
I really appreciate it.
Hank said you have to join all the odals from now on. So
fuck work. I will.
Yeah.
It's just sweet. No. The odal for life. I don't have any tattoos, and I've always wanted. if two, right? So now I'll have to get one like Odo for life over my heart or something.
Oh man, yeah.
That's sweet.
I think we're gonna play some Magic.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
I'm really looking forward to it. Yeah, and now that I have to play green or mono black, I'll have to pick up some tricks here, I think, right?
Yeah, you got to learn here. You don't learn from Henk, but learn from Ron. We also have to. We probably shorten the intro of the match a little bit, Thomas. But we're gonna have some fun. And again, for us it was let's say even fun to do, and good that you're here. Thanking everybody, and well, maybe some people will see this live, but it will always also be on the channel. So I'll see you later. And this is the best you could do, we could do, and the community did the most, right? So it was fantastic.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Actually, I have one request. My motto in life is beggars can't be choosers. I've been asked like, oh, do you mind collector's edition? Is condition important for you? No, not at all now. Well, why would it be? No. Just if you donate cards, I really appreciate it. But there's one thing that I'm really sad that I lost. My stickers. I like, so if people have old school stickers, I would really appreciate some. My deck boxes are really empty.
That is a good point, because that stickers are a valuable possession as well in old school.
Yeah, right.
So you need a bunch of these. I mean, these are my copies. So community, you need some need some patches and stickers.
We'll get that sorted.
And as yet, the old school community, I got a scooter pin. That was really nice.
From Vincent. That's from Vincent. Yeah.
We're huge scooter fans. Also, people that don't play Magic. So.
Yeah, me too. I got 4 singles and I play scooter. My daughter is 4 years old and she knows scooter. So yeah.
Yeah, my child. She was when she was a baby and she was kicking in the bed. I filmed her with scooter.
I feel this is already derailing.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Well, I'll just make a European, the last European message here. 12 points for the old school community.
12 points. Yeah, man. Thanks, man. Later,
Yoon.
Okay. Bye.
So let's get these guys in.
Let's get these guys in
and see. Probably they want to say something, which is good. And then, very short intro of the decks. You don't really have to show them, Timmy, I guess.
No, right. We can just maybe go straight to the match and we'll just
because I was thinking a deck photo is nice, but I mean it's the deck. Answers and tomes, right? And it's DFB green.
Yeah.
Green creatures. So. Hey! Oh, he's still muted. Let's keep him muted. He's still muted.
Oh, he's muted.
Like
oh, wait. There he is.
Am I allowed in now?
Yes.
Hi, guys.
Hey, Don.
Hey, Donny boy.
Let's see. You know what? We're going to turn our cams off.
Sure.
Let's first say hi. Guys.
Hi there.
Who's Henk? Who's Ron?
I'm Henk.
The one with a little bit of hair is Henk.
And
the one without.
Now, fantastic,
Cheers, guys.
That you join. Ron, we thought you were on the deck, and Henk, we thought you were on mono cream, but here it comes.
I prefer to.
Henk didn't have enough concordant crossroads, I believe, and then
but the biggest issue is that Ron on the deck will take 4 hours, and I think we will lose people on the stream.
Yeah, I think
I do want to know, Ron.
10 minutes now. Yeah.
Ron, can you please check if there's not a beta ancestral recall underneath that closet?
Wait, what? Are you referring to this site?
No. I'm referring to the fact that you put the whole Dutch WhatsApp group crazy because you lost an ancestral recall and it turned out to be under the closet behind you.
Oh yeah, that's right, under that closet. Yeah. I'm not sure what's underneath it now. I think if I do my spring cleanup, that probably will show something up. But
I guess a mind twist because you're missing that in your DFB green deck.
Yeah,
exactly.
I was looking for it whole week, but I can't find it.
Hey guys, I just want to say, Richard, Timmy, I know it has gone through Facebook and all the WhatsApp groups, but I just think, and especially after hearing Yoon again, I think you and Ron as well in the background are doing an amazing job getting this sorted, and I think that needs to be said.
I think Ron was on. You were on top of it, right, Ron, from the start? Because all of a sudden I was in a group and you were talking about it.
I think Richard said it right. The group was already going, and people already were calling the NS and doing all kind of stuff. And I was in the back. I was chatting with Richard Boonstra. It's like I think we should organize some stuff. Maybe get it into the right direction. So I think we just posted the guideline from what we could do, and from that time off, things got going. Richard took the Excel list for registration, and
as he does.
Everything went crazy, and I think within 24 hours, a lot of cards were donated, and
it's amazing.
It was really amazing.
It's amazing. I mean, organizing the Odal. I mean, it's just great to see how this community, everybody stood up. And I remember I was at the airport on Monday, sweating out the alcohol of the Uthden Troll Cup, and I saw the message, and I even started sweating more. This is everybody's nightmare.
Yeah.
So again, guys, I just want to say kudos to you three, and the other Richard in the background, because I know you really picked this up.
And Dion
hey guys,
in there. But okay, let's go do some matches.
Let's go.
We will mute you after the match if you're done. We play best of 3, of course. After the match, unmute us again, and we'll have a small talk and then finish the stream. So I will mute you guys as well.
Okay.
Will do. Oh, Ron, keep your camera on.
Yeah, I was trying to get that mind twist.
Do I need to minimize, turn off my camera?
Yeah, maybe you can turn your camera off. Yeah, that's easy.
That's the easiest, yeah?
Oh. I'm back again.
Me and Koos. And then the fun part is, of course, Henk is playing Koos' deck. And Henk always carries this photo of us. And I carry a photo of Henk when we play tournaments. Yeah, that's... that you have to do that.
Okay, I'm back, Richard. I had some technical issues, as always, because it wouldn't be fun if it would go too smooth.
But you're back, as in the stream was still on, I guess, right?
The stream was gone for a while, so I'm sorry. Yeah, it's my fault.
Gone for a while?
Well, gone for like 5 seconds, but we're back now.
So okay. So Henk is on the left. Henk is playing the deck which Koos was playing at Uthden Troll Cup, and it's not it is a classic the deck, but it's actually with the only win cons are Mishras. What do you think about that, Timmy?
Yeah, Zucht. Yeah, that's a typical for the deck, right?
Yeah, but normally,
normally you have a fireball in there as well, I guess.
A fireball, right? But that's in the sideboard, or Serras, right? But Koos wanted to do it hardstyle. It's typical
for Koos. He's the ultimate control player, right?
Yeah, that's true. And he already won an Uthden Troll Cup, so he wanted to go for a second Uthden Troll in the sideboard. So next year he only have a 13-card sideboard.
What would be really cool? And this is, Koos, I'm talking to you directly now, is if you would put those 2 Uthden Trolls main as your only win con. That would be really cool. Right? That would be awesome.
You can get pretty far with it. I can recollect from last year. But yeah, I mean, Koos is on and now Henk is going to be on a very, very heavy control deck, while Henk doesn't like to play control at all. So that's going to be fun.
And I think Koos, of course, won was it the Summer Derby or the Winter Derby? I mixed them up.
Summer, I guess. Yeah, Summer Derby.
And that was also with the deck, but also a very control build of the deck, if you know what I mean.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, true.
He played with a lot of books and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he played 4 books to remain there. So because you play untimed in. Library of Alexandria. Henk has he started the match.
Oh man,
he's on 6 cards, so it's not up yet. That's the only.
Come on, Ron, do it.
Yeah, and this is fun. I like this because it is actually the worst matchup, one of the worst matchups for the deck, because immediate pressure, right? Sure, Henk has card advantage now, but he can't. I mean, if next turn 2 creatures come, Ron can already attack for 2. There's immediate pressure here. So.
Because that's if you cannot remove the Loa, then your best other answer is just put as much pressure on the Loa player as possible, right?
Exactly. I mean, Hank's got to play cards somewhere. He might have Felverstone in hand, and he needs to keep it to keep 7 cards, while he wants to play it to get more manas, right? And those are choices. I'm wondering why Ron didn't pump, actually.
Exactly. So I'm expecting then Ron now to maybe play an Argovian Pixies or something.
Oh, he does. I thought he
There
already
we go.
passed turn. Okay, cool. Okay, this makes sense. Ooh, Henky's zooming in. Techie stuff. we can see your. It's fine. No, we can. No. I think the other one is fine. Better.
And I think it was. We've got Koos in the chat, by the way.
Ooh, sweet.
Welcome, Koos. So we're expecting those Uthden Trolls.
Yeah, I'm actually not. Should I put on the chat? I think might be worthwhile. I guess.
I was, by the way, I was really impressed with that with the deck, right? With the green-black deck reaching the finals.
Yeah, I mean, this deck at DFB Green reaching the finals, fine. But he plays. This was Rasmus. He plays it unpowered, so no mocks, no mind twist.
Amazing.
Which is, yeah, I mean. It's tougher, right? Let's put it that way. It's tougher. So but he already got for next turn 4 damage lined up, right? Henk cuts cards, but see what this is typically mono green, and that's just the trademark of the deck, and that's really. I mean, the finals I didn't see them because I was drinking.
They were so good. They were so good.
Yeah, really nail biter, right? And did you really lost?
Time walk here.
That's card advantage even more. Did you really lost the footage as well, or is it just on the stream?
Sorry, it's just the stream footage. So what YouTube does after the stream, it edits it automatically into a video, and it doesn't go beyond the 12 hours. So it was 13 hours, but luckily Dion, who is fantastic, he recorded the matches separately as well. So there will be a video report of the tournament coming up.
But that's really nice, because I mean that is not in the stream now, okay, but that you can still shoot a video out of it.
Yeah, it's gonna be, and I'm so looking forward to it because it was such a nail biter.
Yeah, and me too, because I haven't seen it, and you know where I watch these, right? I watch them when I'm cycling, so we'll see.
Hey, is this Felverstone now making a green because of the Pendelhaven?
I'm saying
difficult questions here.
Yes. So City of Brass, it doesn't work, but the Pendelhaven makes green, right? Jeez!
I think it works. I think it works. It's more like the colorless it cannot make, right? So I sometimes, when I play my Tron deck, my opponent has a Felverstone, they cannot use it. But we see some more pressure here from Ron, so life total going down to 16. Or are we going to see that plus? Oh, we're going to see a crumble. Interesting.
Live for Henk.
On the max, right? So
on the max, yeah, sure.
But this is interesting, because what he could have done, of course, was also animate the factory, but he chose not to.
Yeah, that's some more damage, right?
Yeah, but now he's slowing him down, of course, a little bit.
Yeah, but I mean, you are not really afraid of Tome, right? Because Tome is too slow. So I would put in as much damage as I can as early on. But the thing is, I suck on the deck as well. So yeah, what do I know? We tried, Henk and I tried to anticipate what we would do in the sideboard, right? When sideboarding, and we even asked Anne for help. So let's say Henk and I were certain on 2 cards, 100% certain, and Koos didn't even mention them. It was terrible. Koos like, no way, you won't put those out, and we're like, okay, we're not good at playing the deck for sure.
Okay.
So Koos helped a little bit because, I mean, we're not replaying the matches in the same cards and the same steps.
No, of course not. Yeah. Oh, so Koos helped with the sideboarding already. Yeah, interesting. Here we see Demonic Tutor. Now we've got the classic question: what are you going to tutor for?
Abyss, because Abyss is game. Only Orb. Only Orb. Let's say only Orb and Misha's Factory are are live after Abyss. So if he has the fourth mana, then I would always fetch Abyss. But Ghost can correct me if I'm wrong. Because literally main board, main deck, what is it? 4 Mishras, 1 Chaos Orb. That's the only damage or out against Abyss Ron Rasmus is playing. And then it's just waiting, right? It's gonna Hurricane.
Does he play Crossroads in the side?
Yes, 2 Crossroads in the side.
Yeah, so you could bring that in.
Yeah, 2 Crossroads and 2 or 3 Tranquilities. I'll look. Where is it?
Tranquility, of course. Yeah, it gives you.
Yeah, 2 Tranquilities, 2 Crossroads. Yeah. And main 1 Hurricane, so that's a semi out, right?
And I mean, Ron is having some issues. Okay, look at that. A discard.
A disenchant and a counterspell. A disenchant, if he got the Abyss, right? The disenchant is important for the Mishra, although he might have a second and or a Schwartz, but still.
And Henk has mana issues, right? He didn't play a land.
Yeah, no, that's true. So maybe he just got the Ancestral Recall because he needs the land and the extra cards, right? It could be as simple as that. But this is
attack for 5, and the fact that Henk is then in mana problems makes that crumble on the Mox a really good play from Ron in hindsight.
Because else you would have tooted the Abyss for sure, because you would have had 4 mana. Yeah. And now.
But I mean, with the active Loa, it's a matter of time before he'll find some land.
Yeah, but how much time does Henk has, right?
Yeah, with a little bit of luck, he's got 3 turns still. And with a little bit of bad luck, he only has 2 turns. I guess 2 turns because he can use.
There's probably a giant growth somewhere, so 2 turns.
It's good for Ron that Henk doesn't have white.
I think an Ancestral is coming because he wants to tap his blue. Now his screen froze. Or is it just me? Oh no, his hand is still. I don't know, Mr. Michael, if he drew with his Loa. He didn't. No, I didn't see him end of turn drawing with Loa. But Henk he's already 3.
I think there we go, Ancestral Recall. So he did do the Ancestral Recall. Yeah. Which I think makes sense if you didn't have lands in there, right?
Yeah, I agree. I would have done the same. But I think he forgot to draw with Loa at the end step, which is just 1 card.
True.
Could have been important. Henk would love a balance now as well, I guess.
Wow, a balance would be horrible. I'm rooting for the.
Well, balance wouldn't be that great because of course he loses cards.
That is true. Oh yeah, that's true. So he deactivates his own. Yeah, so this is understandable.
Ron might scavenge Volk that Velwer to keep him on the 3 land.
That is an interesting point you're making. I wonder.
Although that might be too late, right? Because Ron now knows that he didn't search for an Abyss. So Ron knows he could still deal as much damage as possible, right? Okay, Henk should not forget to draw and step Loa. If he does, then it's a tough.
It's funny to see, by the way, how bad Counterspell is when you're under pressure, right? I recognize this as a blue player myself against these aggressive decks.
That's why Henk and I thought you board out Counterspells, and Coach was like, no.
Okay. I guess once you have to control the Counterspells, is going to give you the victory.
The thing is, I never put them in, so I would get them out. Hey, he got a pointer now to draw a card.
So is Ron now going to destroy the Velverstone? You can see him think about it.
Yeah, or an Ice Storm.
I would just maybe go for the damage. Yeah, Ice Storm is great if he has one. Yeah, so he's going for the damage.
4 damage. Yeah, stuff.
It looks like he's not pumping, so then I'm expecting another creature.
Llanowar Elf. Shadow, also good. Elves of Deep Shadow.
How cool is it that a deck with Elves of Deep Shadow made it to the finals? I mean, that's just awesome.
He plays 3 Deep Shadows and 4 Elves, so it's 7 Elves basically, right?
Wow. How many mana does he play? I'm sorry, I'm asking these difficult questions because lands. Lands. Because if you're playing like 7 mana dorks, maybe you can go with 18. lands
He's
or
played
20?
three Pendellevens, 13, 14, 18 lands and 2 mazes. So 20 lands in total, but 2 of them are mazes.
And that
And a
also
soul-
includes
and a soul.
the factories, of course. Yeah.
Yeah, that includes the factories.
So not a lot of lands then. Yeah.
Alan says he's definitely shaving counterspells.
There's the abyss.
Yeah, there it is. There it is.
No,
Okay.
no.
So, well, now Ron is need to do much damage as possible and hope that Misha is going to get far, right? Because he kept the white, meaning he's not going to discount or sports the Misha.
That is true. He's now going to lose the Elves of Deep Shadow, I assume. Well, depending on what he has in hand, of course. But why would he?
A tutor would be. Tutor is the only card, but I think he.
Oh, so maybe he's got a tutor.
Yeah, maybe.
And what would you tutor for? Because he's not. Is he playing? No, Tranquility is side. Everything's side, right?
I would tutor for a Hurricane, so you already have it, so you can deal some damage with the Mishra still, and then finish with the Hurricane, hoping there is no counterspell on Hank's side. Of course, Hank has a full hand, I get that, but Hank might overcommit at a certain moment, so your Hurricane is good. So I would tutor for the Hurricane and attack for 2. He attacks for 3, then he doesn't have to.
It's so interesting that he kept the Elves of Deep Shadow then.
Yes.
Oh, he's got another one. Okay, fair enough.
So Hank is on 5. Hank is going to cut 8. And now Hank is going to turn the game, right? So he needs to turn the game now.
This is the moment.
Yeah, because that Misha needs to go. And then 1 creature goes. Then he gets 2 damage. He's on 3. Well, by the way, we have Alant active in chat. Alant, you were at Uthden Troll Cup.
Yeah, how was it, Alan? Tell us.
Yeah. Misha is a blocker. That helps.
Yeah, and here, hopefully Ron has a crumble.
He has a scavenger fork.
Good point. Very good point. But yeah, it's a problem.
Featherstone.
But it's going to slow Ron down regardless, because then he has to keep...
Yeah, of course. Yeah. So Ron can... Yeah, I mean, Hank will trade... Or disenchant Swords to Misha or trade the Misha, right? Because he needs to get rid of the Misha.
So I assume Ron will sack the elves here of Deep Shadow then.
He just sacked the scavenger fork, so...
But he wants to destroy that factory, right?
Yeah, I would... yes.
He is doubting it. I also like the art, Ron. I get it, but... Yeah,
factory, because factory damage is his only game, right? And sure, you think Hank will have a Swords or a Disenchant, but if he doesn't, your factory is gonna give you the victory, right? So now, attack with the factory. If he activates factory, kill it. He's on 3, and then hope you can finish with either the factory or a Hurricane.
Of course, there's a huge chance that that Hank here has a Disenchant or another Swords. He's only played 1 Swords and discarded 1 Disenchant, 7 cards in hand. But yeah, you got to go for it, right? This green deck is not for the long game. You got to go for it.
No. There is no long game in this deck.
Oh man.
Yeah, and that's the reason, because I mean, giving Ron a deck where you're going to go long will last forever. So yeah, I agree, Alant. If Hank discarded the Disenchant while not having another one, it's weird. But if I would have kept the white open, well, whatever, right? Let's see.
Exactly, because he discarded Disenchant, you assume he's got one in hand.
Yeah. But Ron has to make this play. There is no option with the Abyss. He needs to go now or never. Now or never. That's a TV show, right?
It's now or never. It's so funny. Come on, Ron, turn it sideways. Exactly.
Both.
Does it mean he has a crumble in hand?
Crumble. Yeah, crumble.
Is there a crumble?
I smell crumble. Oh, Disenchant. Yeah, 2 mana.
Okay.
Disenchant.
So first the Disenchant. Yeah, there's the Disenchant.
Now it's a tough cookie. Because 3 damage is okay, 5 damage is a lot, right? Because Hank will get a lot of cards, so Hank just needs to keep 2 blue open for a counter for the Chaos Orb and the Hurricane. That's just...
Yeah. Yeah, Stormseeker, it's not in the deck, but yeah, that's going to be counted in anyway. Stormseeker is 4, by the way, it doesn't have the mana. Yeah.
Do you know, Timmy, you know that I'm a pike. I sold every spice card, but then I hear Stormseeker, and then all I think is, so awesome.
That's an awesome card, right? The art is awesome.
Hank took the damage. I would just block it on the Mishra. Who cares if it's a crumble?
And there's then, of course, if you had a Giant Growth, you would have still be on 1. Ooh, power sync.
Yeah, that's the power of power sync, coach. Now, see, you always keep power sync in.
Now we're talking. Now we're talking.
Sweet.
Oh.
But still, I mean, you want to have a counter in your hand for the Chaos Orb / Hurricane. Okay, Hurricane for 4, that's a lot. But...
I fear the worst.
Yeah. And the thing is, the tougher it gets for Ron, the harder he's going to think, the longer it's going to take. But yeah, I think it's Hank turned this game around with the forgotten card from the Loa, Tutor, Ancestral Recall, Get the Abyss, right? And Coach does have 2 Abyss main, right? So yeah, it's not 1, it's 2, which makes sense, but okay. Oh, Hank pulls back his stone.
Oh.
Takes his backsies.
Yeah, I mean, he get attack for free.
Yeah,
right.
Ron said, if I were on the deck, I would probably start attacking in turn 40 and not before. Just to be on the safe side.
Awesome. Oh, man. This is such the deck play, right? To go for the and then get back counter spells.
Yeah,
that is the ultimate. This is the ultimate deck play that you're already winning.
No. I need more cards. Can I get more cards?
To be honest, I think a true the deck player would have gotten back a counterspell. Probably also the Ancestral, but
a counterspell is disenchant because he only loses against Mishras and Chaos Orb. So he just gets a counterspell. He just gets a disenchant.
Exactly, only what is absolutely necessary.
Sorry, Coach. I know you're in chat, but I see Coach's face like so. You see him tapping, and then you think, okay, this is either a Braincase or a Recall. Then he plays a Recall. Then he puts 2 useless cards out of his hand, and he gets the 2 cards where you were just happy that you got rid of them. He pulls them back in the hand, and you just see him look straight at you, right? He's like, I did my... he attacks.
Yeah, it's horrible. It's horrible. Yeah, that you think, okay, my good spell got countered, but at least the counter spell is out of the game, right? Or at least the disenchant is gone.
Yeah, exactly. But Coach's face after he recalls, I mean, I can see it. I can just see it in front of me now. It's terrible. It's the worst.
And again, recall is so good once you've got control because you've got all the time.
Yeah. I mean, Hank is on 6 cards because he has a dice on his cards. So he's 6. So he can't draw with the Loa now, which is actually kind of bizarre, but okay. And then he got 7 now, and then it's good that he already started attacking, right? So it's 10 more turns.
Yeah, I think the only thing you can do, right, if your run is just kind of try to save up all those creatures that you're going to draw now, and maybe hope for a lot of mana and a miracle with the Hurricane. But
yeah, but I guess Hank with the recall, I mean, if he doesn't have a disenchant / counter in his hand, he would. I mean, he should have got it, I guess, but anyway, he got it because he wouldn't throw away this game. He's not that drunk yet.
Now, come on, Hank, attack.
Yeah, that's good. Good. Alan says because the scavenger folk would be gone anyway. Why wouldn't he kill the Soul Ring in the upkeep? Yeah, fair. I think Ron already gave up in his head, but if you're trying to win, anything counts for sure. He's not attacking?
No. And I'm sighing because I'm like, I mean, he probably wanted to have 4 mana open to draw and 2 blue open to counter.
I stormed the Loa. Oh, Mishra to make the game longer. What is he going to do?
So here we see counterspell, yeah. So,
nice bait. Nice bait, Ron. Nice bait. Will Hank get into trouble? That is the question.
No way. Oh man, he's got Anatome and he's got the Loa. Insane.
Was the finals, because it was exciting, but was it fast paced or was it? I think it was relaxed, right? Sort of.
Yeah. So it was a 2-1. I think we can say
Yeah.
that. I think everybody also knows that the deck won. And especially the second game was a thriller, because I believe the green deck won the first game, so it was very quick. And then the second one, Koos kept the hand with a ivory tower and only one mana source.
Yeah, crazy. Yeah.
And he almost died, and Rasmus missed a Chaos Orb flip on the Tundra. So it's an amazing. I'm really looking forward to watch it again, because it was such a thriller. And I think also for Rasmus, it was one of the days, you have that sometimes at a tournament, that everything works and you find the right cards and yeah, you're in that flow, right?
Oh man, it's awesome, right? When you're in the zone, it's the game is so good, and when you and that things with old school, if you're not, then the community is good, right? That's,
exactly. Then you still have fun. You still have a great day. Yeah. Sometimes even a better day.
Yeah,
right, because what I mean, that's something like, well, I haven't been in that position often, but then you're like, oh, wait a minute, I'm actually winning. I can make it to top 8, or I'm in top 8 or the semi. Then, you know what I mean? You start to take it a bit more seriously. It's also quite nice if you're like, oh yeah.
I remember Henk drinking every tournament, and the tournament he won, the first one, the gathering of Knights of Thorn, he didn't drink because he was going very good, and I was in the bar not even looking.
He was a man on a mission, yeah.
Koos, by the way, mentioned that he already mulliganed, so that's why he kept the one lander with the ivory tower. So,
okay. But I am correct, right, Koos? That was in the second game. Yeah. But that makes the ivory tower even worse, huh?
And he boarded in 1, and he got his 1. So he boarded out the middle. Yeah, I guess so. So Alan says, I still think ivory tower is bad. Small sidestep. He's not an old school player, but Javier Dominguez, right? I talked about him on stream before. He's a world champion in Real Magic, and he's playing some old school. And I played some games with him. And his addition to the deck was actually one ivory tower main. He thought that was even a main deck card.
Wow.
And he plays a very small meta, right? So what does he know? But I was surprised. He said, no. I said, you need to have life gain somehow. So I said, why not a mirror or whatever? So, they could. So of course he wasn't really familiar with all the old school, but for him, ivory tower was one of his first editions. So,
yeah, but still, it's interesting to see, right? Because obviously he's a fantastic Magic player, so to see then what decision he makes.
Yeah, exactly.
We should get him on Timmy Talks, man. You should play against him and.
I definitely can. I can
ask him.
I'm not sure. I think that was during COVID when there was no real Magic, right? So he had more spare time, but I can definitely. Because he plays Elkos as well. He plays Liga Catalana Old School. He also played some tournaments with the Elkos crew already. So nice. It's not. And Juan is back in Barcelona, so I'll ask Juan as well.
I'm always, what I find interesting, and I think we talked about this before, right? Is when you're such a good player, it would be so interesting to see what kind of deck can you think of yourself, or play with the suboptimal deck and see how far can you get. Because I'm quite sure he would still win tournaments, right?
So I'm sorry, by the way, guys, we're just not reporting on the match again because it's just.
It's pretty clear who's gonna.
Well, yeah. I'm just waiting.
Yeah, I think it's a done deal, but maybe let us know in the chat if you guys disagree. What could be the out for Ron? I think it's
Chaos Orb, but there's also a counter and a disenchant, and of course a Hurricane bar for 4. So maybe Ron is trying to bait now because so he hopes I put three creatures down, see what Henk does.
Exactly, and then maybe he's got some giant growths in hand and he's hoping that he can at least get one creature through, which is probably not going to happen, but you got to play towards your out, so I do get this play by Ron.
Hey, we got even somebody from Australia getting bunkers here.
I wonder...
Yeah. But on the subject of what of course these pros does, Javier, but also indeed Joel Larsen, who won NoobCon.
Yeah.
They of course they know they search for the best they can play it, but it would be interesting not to tell them, which you can't do, right? Because everybody knows already.
Exactly.
Not to tell them, and then let them start from scratch in this.
Yes.
And then see how long it will take them to end up with white blue control-ish as the best deck, right?
Yeah, exactly. Like I would be, or to see that maybe they say, okay, I want to see if I can just win it with an aggro build or mid range. Yeah.
So what we need to do is we need to do the Men in Black, right? The memory wipe thing.
Oh, this is disgusting, Hank. This is disgusting.
No, I like it because you're doing the stuff Ron hates. Will we see the hurricane? That's the question.
What's Ron gonna do? Oh, we did have the giant groves. Oh,
so close, so close.
Oh man, Ron, this is I mean, yeah. For people that don't know, Ron loves to play Mind Twist. So yeah,
I think, hurricane. See, he had the hurricane. He was baiting Hank. He was baiting Hank for the hurricane. I told you he was baiting Hank for the hurricane.
Shit. Because remember, Hank's on 4. That hurricane was the out.
Sure, Hank has a counterspell, but what if he tapped wrong, or what if he counted the script sprite because he thought it was important? Ah man, he got the one hurricane.
Horrible.
Oh, Coach said that LSV, so Louis Scott Vargas also played one Ivory Tower in his EC the deck. So Ivory Tower.
Okay, but wait a minute. Are you saying that all these pro players who are apparently so good in Magic, they choose just the best deck because they don't want to have a challenge? Go for a challenge. Build your own. Be creative. Do something with your life. Come on, people.
I mean, yeah.
They have a whole team.
I think I'm gonna play it one time in a tournament, but Henk, Anne, and myself, we brewed for since 1st of May till the first week of November. So for so long for the creative deck, and we got something.
I have nothing against the deck or people playing deck, but I more mean if you're such a good player, you know, you're a pro player. It would be so cool to see if they would try to come up with something creative.
I know, but they're just so used to going. I mean, they might.
Yeah, going for the best. Yeah. And I think we discussed this as well a lot. That if you want to win a tournament with the deck, you got to be able to play sharp and focus the entire day.
That's a skill by itself, right?
Yeah.
That's a skill by itself. So and that, of course, I mean, they probably drink a little bit less, and they know how to play full days, even 3 days in a row, like stuff like that. That helps.
I did see Coast drinking beer.
Yeah,
right,
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that Coast is. I mean, of course, when you get to the semis, you might not get another half a liter, or you get the half liter stolen from you, right? That also happens during semifinals, but yeah.
Okay, now at least we have a second game, right? After this.
Yeah, it depends. Maybe Ron really. No. We have 3 more turns.
I want to see Ron cast a Spitting Slug. That's what I want to see.
Here's the story. I think you followed it, of course. So, first of all, it was the deck. Ron would play the deck against Richard Boonstra on DFB Green because Richard owns one Swedish legal deck, which is almost DFB Green. So that was fun. And then Richard Boonstra, he couldn't make it. And then we said, okay, Henk, can you play DFB Green? And Henk said, yeah, I don't have Concordant Crossroads. So no. Okay, so then Ron, can you play DFB Green? And Ron said, yeah, of course. And then Henk, we put Henk on the deck, which was also better from a timing perspective, right? Because Henk or Ron takes pretty long. But then Ron actually didn't own 3 Spitting Slugs. So Ron had to borrow a Spitting Slug from Richard Boonstra to complete the deck. Yeah. Important creature. I wonder how many I have, by the way. How many Spitting Slugs do you have, Timmy?
4, of course. You
do have 4. Do you have a full set of the dark then?
I have 1 full set of the dark. Not 4 full sets of the dark.
Yeah, not 4 sets. I raveled everything away from the dark during Raging Bull.
By the way, I see that Alan says that Joel has been in the old school scene for 10 years. So he knows, I guess Joel then knows what he's talking about. He's a great guy, by the way, because you were playing against him. Don't know if you remember. Because and I was a little bit obnoxious. I was a bit drunk, I was a bit loud. And he was fine with that. He didn't mind at all. Because it could have been annoying, because I was cheering you on, right?
It was probably annoying, but he was okay with it.
He was there, but I mean, I spoke to him the next day and I said, I apologized to him, right? Because I thought, come on, man, he's playing his game. And he was like, no, that's all part of it and it's fine and whatever.
It was really nice. By the way, I own 2 Spitting Slugs. Shit, I need one more as well. I need one more.
But what I find so funny, Richard, with you and collecting cards, because you're just selling all the cards that are not like in the top decks, but then again, all of a sudden you want to get 4 times Fallen Empires.
Yeah, but I mean, I hate collecting. I hate cards collecting dust, right? But there is something with Fallen Empires, and I think you said it on your channel many times, right? That we all knew when we started, the set is crap and it's a little bit of fun, but it's crap. But that art is so crazy.
The best art is in the game.
Yeah, the thing is, it's not. I agree with saying is well. I really don't matter old school with or without Fallen Empires, but I agree it's not the same vibe. The vibe ends at the dark.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean that the Fallen Empires vibe is wrong or bad. No, the Fallen Empires vibe is fantastic, right? So, and the fact that you then have from some cards 3 or 4 different arts, and you're just collecting, what is it, 12 Order of the Ebon Hands?
Yes.
And they're all beautiful, right? I mean, sure, you have your favorite, right? But you look at that Christopher Rush, what is it, bluish, reddish, yellowish Order of the Ebon Hand, right? And then you look at the what is it, Ron Spencer, I guess?
Yeah, Ron Spencer, yeah.
Yeah, and then you think, yeah, I mean...
and you have a lot of really cool Richard Kane Ferguson art in the set as well.
Yeah, I think it's awesome art-wise. So that I rather, I mean, I raveled away my, that's giving away, but my dark, I had all commons 4 times and all of uncommons. I didn't do anything with them because, they're old school, but I never played with them. But with Fallen Empires, I was like, no, I need to complete this. I don't know why. It's just, I love it.
But do you remember, because we did the live stream, right, at the Raging Bull together?
Yeah.
I remember you came to me and you said, Thomas, Timmy, we're going to go in top 8. Now we're going to be serious. And like 2 minutes later, you were again raffling away your dark collection. And you were on a different level, man. That's just...
Yeah, we're going to do it different next year. Right? We're going to do it different.
No, man, exactly the same.
No, top 8 commentary could have been better. I was all over the place, but that was because I was so damn tired. I lost my back in the morning. A lot of stress and whatever. But it will be fine.
I actually really liked how we did it in Leeuwarden with the top 8. I have to say, like different people and and the whole couch setup of Dion was great and.
That was fun. But I think top 8 was mostly the same people, right? It wasn't.
Yeah, we had Mickey Ty and.
But it was good. Just some other people. I fully agree. So, on sideboard, on a serious note.
Oh yeah, sorry. Let's get back to action.
The advice for Henk is the Fireball. The good control magic, where I thought they're slow, but they're anti-creature. The Maze of It, obviously. So those are 4 definitely. And then maybe the 1 Ivory Tower. So I guess that's Henk. And then what goes out? The idea of Ghost was every slow card. So that's Brain Guys, Middle Universe, a Tome, and the 4th card. I would do the Power Sync. Ghost wouldn't. Maybe Recall is slow as well, right? I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, but Recall is also this slap in the face. Yeah, maybe.
True. Then Mr. Rasmus, as in Ron. Ron has 3 Whirling Dervish, which 4, which I would put in against the Abyss. Right, they're good. 2 Concordant Crossroads and 2 Tranquilities and a Tsunami. So Ron has actually 9 potential good sideboard cards. The 2 Maces can go for sure, right? Those suck. The 2 Terrors can go. That's 4. They suck. Now the question is, would you board out your City in the Bottle? Because they're actually okay against the deck.
It's land removal, huh?
Yeah, and lower removal. But I guess the other cards are better. So that's...
You already play Ice Storm. Yeah, I think I would take them out.
So that's 6. And then you still have 3 more. Yeah, maybe you're Spitting Slugs because they're slow. Yeah, I wonder. I don't know. Ron probably thought about it. But at least I can see 6 cards going. And the Dervish Crossroad.
And he can take out those 6 cards, and it only makes his deck better.
Yeah, but Tranquility, the thing is, Tranquility, you board in only against 2 Abyss, and also the 2 Concordant Crossroads.
Yeah.
So, how many cards do you want to board in against 2 Abyss?
Yeah, maybe just the Concordant Crossroads, maybe. Because there are no other enchantments, right, that you want to get rid of. There's no
no
mode.
COP, no COP, no mode. But the Tsunami is nice, so I would really board in the Tsunami.
Oh, man. Come on! You had the Loa
What
game 1,
a
Accessorico game
bastard.
2. Come on!
What a bastard.
Yeah, I mean, we know that typical. This is what Hank needs to win. Oh. Now, come on, Ron. Ice Storm would have been nice here. He's going to attack and then he's going to... Oh, yeah, I like this. I think this is a good move because Hank doesn't have any white sources or any mana open for that matter, right?
Oh, yeah, as much damage as possible. Just go.
Exactly. Just go. You're the green deck. You're aggressive.
I mean, that happens with everything, right? If then a deck like this that flourishes, right? DFB green, you're like, I need to play it, and then you're playing, and you're like, it doesn't play like I saw.
Exactly.
What's happening here? Oh, forget about it. I'll just build my own whatever.
I watched Jorgo having really great results with mono green. There we see a discard, by the way, by Hank.
Yeah, Jorgo is really good on mono green as well, right? And also Tim, of course.
Tim reached top 8, eh?
Yeah, as well, mono green.
Yeah, with mono green. Fantastic.
Coach says, I boarded out a City of Brass, and then he says, and with Tsunami, I didn't want to go too low on counters. But the fun part is, the Tsunami doesn't kill the City of Brass. So,
interesting.
I think Hank is in trouble. What do you think?
I think Hank needs white mana. If he cannot find white mana, then
I think
has a chance.
I think he has an Abyss, but it doesn't kill the Whirling Dervish, which gets bigger and bigger and bigger.
Yeah, so I'm hoping, because we want to get to a third game, that we don't see a white source here by Hank, and we don't see, okay, there we see an island. I think this is good news. And then we see a Jam Day Tome, which is too slow.
Abyss. Control Magic.
Oh, Control Magic!
Yeah.
Now I hope that Ron boarded in Tranquility. Hopefully he's smarter than we are.
Hey, yeah, indeed. We forgot the 2 Control Magic.
Oh, man. Oh.
Yeah. Okay, tough.
Yeah, just attack. Offer the trade. Oh, man, this is tough. Go, Ron!
It would be fun if Hank starts attacking with the Dervish so it gets bigger. But still no white, which is kind of crucial, of course.
Yeah, I didn't think about the Control Magic at all when we were discussing the possible options for Hank. But this is perfect, yeah. I mean, Control Magic can be so good, it's a 2-for-1.
Yeah, but I thought it would always be too slow because it's 4 mana against 1 mana or 2, right?
And you take a small creature, yeah.
But I think from Coach perspective or the deck perspective, right? Anything that stalls is good, and Control Magic stalls, right?
Oh, and now it's only going to be worse. So he's got his white source with the city. He's got this.
Hey, guy, what do you think happens if Ron loses?
Oh my goodness.
Hank does Ron losing 2-0 against Hank on the deck. I mean, will he throw around chairs or what will happen?
Oh man, I do think, because when I play with my Timmy spellbook against aggro decks, I always board in and my maces, but also my Control Magics, and I just board out my air elementals and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because a Control Magic is still like a 2-for-1. You could still.
Yeah, no, it's fantastic. Yeah. I love the card. Did you play Timmy spellbook at Uthden Troll?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, and actually did quite well. Went 4-2, and I lost that kind of decisive game against the mono red deck where I should have done, Richard, is just take more mulligans because Black Vice is my enemy, and I would have won. So.
Yeah. Hey, fantastic hand, mulligan. Why are you mulliganing that? Black Vice. I hate Black Vice.
No, but that's what I should have done. It's so funny because I lost the decisive game on the Vice.
I can't remember what game that was, but I think I had a game where I mulliganed to 5 and my opponent started with double black 5s.
Nice. That is perfect.
Yeah, sometimes you know, right? Sometimes you know. Hank starts discarding counterspells. This ain't good.
No,
This
and we saw
ain't
the
good.
regrowth on the recall. So
Yeah, we're not play-by-play commentators, right? We're just we're more overlords.
You know,
Watching.
we can be play-by-play commentators if it's, you know, very close and exciting. But unfortunately,
Well, I mean, tranquility.
yeah, that is true. It's not over yet. Oh, this is interesting.
Okay. He kept them in. He kept them in.
At least
Okay.
takes care of his one white source.
Yes, he kept them in. Sylvan Library.
Oh, okay. Maybe that can help him to dig for answers.
I would pay 8 live without even watching, right? 8 live, not even watching. Seriously, you don't need to watch what's coming.
Just take it.
There is no card you don't want to take because you just want to dig deep ASAP. Henk can now attack with the dervish and get a 2/2, eh?
Yeah.
I would do it. I would do it. Just for fun and giggles. I mean, if Henk doesn't have an Abyss, I would be shocked because he didn't regrow the tutor. So I would be shocked if he does attack. See? No, end of turn, Henk. He passed his turn. He passed his turn. Judge, end of turn.
Yeah, exactly. I agree. It's the same with the Rook token. Here you go. You called it, Richard.
Yeah. You got it.
But it's the same with the Rook token, right? People put the 4/4 flyer in. You go.
Oh, what a bastard!
Oh, man.
Time walk. Henk is killing it. Coach, you built a fantastic deck. Even mono green, DFB green is no match for your build of the deck, man.
But yeah, I mean, if Henk has this much luck, then he would win every tournament. Oh.
Henk just keeps attacking. He's a rough motherfucker.
Yeah, end of turn. Move on.
We should do this more often, right?
That's one of the things I love about old school, by the way, is that you go and I had that too with an opponent. So what do you think my outs were? And you go and start discussing like what you can do to not die. It's so funny. And both of us are really like talking about, because we love the game so much, right? We're just discussing, maybe you draw this and you can do this.
Yeah.
And
I played Jaap yesterday on Odol. And I was at 1 or 2 live and I would be dead next turn, right? So I could only top deck. So I called all my top decks. And I forgot one, which was Chaos Orb. So I drew, I said, no.
Chaos Orb.
And then Chaos Orb. He said, yeah, you still have to hit it, right? Yeah, that's true.
Fair enough. Oh, here he goes. So you would just go to 12, right? He's actually on 17, so he would go to 9. Who cares?
Get the cards. He did already or not?
Do it, Ron. Not yet, I think.
Or did he forget his Sylvan Library?
No. He's now looking at the 3 and he's getting all of them. Yeah.
We got a plague. He said, how do I donate? Contact Richard Veeman, which is myself, on WhatsApp or Facebook, or Ron Dijkstra, or Timmy, so Thomas Meddens. And we'll make sure that
I know Plague Doctor. He's a patron, so you can contact me. He made a really cool Taggle Maggot deck. It's also on the channel. Yeah.
You still have to get a Taggle at the tournament. I was hoping for a Tranquility now, although Henk probably has a counterspell, but anyway. So Ron, of course, took the 2 cards. He's digging deep. We don't know if he bought it in the cycle. But thanks, Plague Doctor.
Yeah, because how it works, if you want to donate, so you can contact me or Richard or Ron, and then we'll put you on the list. And then at the moment that we're going to collect everything, we will let you know. So it's more like what you said, Richard, a pledge. So you're pledging.
Yeah, it's a pledge.
Yeah. And of course, we do that in close contact with Yoon to try to find the best way, so we know that all the money is going to Yoon.
Yeah, because also, I mean, Yoon has always money in kroner, of course, not in euro. But they'll figure it out. That's fine.
Yeah, we're gonna take our time for it. So that's why I think I agree with the pledge system to do it like this.
Yeah. Hey, I still hope his back comes back somehow, but never ever, right? But
Yeah, you keep hoping for it, right? There's always a small chance still, or you just, I don't know. Somewhere you hope that maybe somebody thinks, hey, maybe these cards are worth something because they're in sleeves and they're in the precious box. I'm going to try to sell them on Marktplaats, which is the Dutch eBay, right?
Yeah,
and that we can find it back that way.
And we have so many people who watch Marktplaats. So if it shows up at Marktplaats and there are some very specific alters, we will be on it. I mean, we will just come in with 10 guys. We will bring Wilfred.
And it's such a small community, so we all know and we'll see.
Yeah, there's no vendor who will take the cards in the Netherlands. Everybody knows it's tainted. Tainted? Is that the right word?
Yeah, tainted, yeah.
Tainted hearts.
But so sorry that we're not that active commentating the game.
Wow. Gideon, we all know Gideon.
Yeah.
His sister-in-law is going to Bergen, where actually Yoon lives.
That's perfect.
During Christmas. So we can dump all the cards at Gideon's place. Well, sister-in-law. So we're gonna go after that. Thanks, Gideon, for reaching out. We're gonna definitely make use of that because at least even if we can get half of the stuff already, it will be fantastic.
Will you be at Knights of Thorn, Richard?
I can still be there, but I'm not sure.
Okay,
so,
but I will be there, so that could also be a moment, and I think Ron will be there, so that could be a nice collection point as well for the cards.
Yeah, for sure. No, so Ron will be there collecting cards there for sure.
Perfect.
But maybe it's easier if you collect it because you're close to
that's
Gideon,
true. I live almost right next door to Gideon. I can cycle 5 minutes. Okay, that's great, Gideon. Fantastic.
That's at the same place as Yoon. What are the odds? And Henk is owning this. Henk will have so much fun remembering how he won Ron without a mind twist.
But I mean, remember the start of Ron here in game 1? It was quite good with the 2 double giant growth, and then.
But Henk started with a recall,
No, and I think that Control Magic was just a killer, absolute killer. Yeah, of course, counter spell.
Because Henk goes for the kill, because now he can do 5 damage and Ron is gone. So Henk actually goes for the quick kill on. It's gone. Okay, unmuting time already, I guess.
Unmuting time already.
Dit was way faster if Ron was on the deck. So, wel dan.
Wat heb je gemist dan?
Nou, ik heb vooral de eerste pot echt geknald. Je hebt gewoon geprobeerd, die had ik veel agressiever moeten doen.
We moeten volgens mij hun even unmuten.
Moeten we even unmuten?
They already know.
Turn your cam on.
Timmy hoor ik.
Hey, what's up?
Do I really need to unmute Richard?
No, we keep him muted.
Okay. I wish I had a mute button for Richard.
We have to be honest. In our commentary, we were mainly talking about other stuff because it was pretty.
I can imagine. It's clear. So fucking boring. I said about. I literally think, and at a certain point, I said to Ron, "I'm not gonna say it anymore." But I said to Ron about 8 times, like, "Oh, how the fuck can you play this, Ron? It's such a boring deck."
No, Koos. The question is, how can you play this?
No, because Ron plays this as well. Ron is really shaking because he's not playing a mind twist.
I've never played a deck version like that. I think I played it with 4 Serras and 2 Motis. But that's more kind of you-ish guys, but
yeah,
it was the same.
It's right.
According to Richard, it is all the same.
Go
ahead, Timmy. Sorry.
No, but what I wanted to say is kind of the obvious stuff with the deck. Hank found everything that he needed to find, and then it was a walkover. But as soon as it kind of stumbles, then that green deck, DFB Green, can go over it, and that's what we saw in the original final. That's what made the game so much fun.
I must admit, I didn't play it well. In the first game, I definitely should have hit for more damage in the beginning by using Giant Growth, and I think I would have. Wow. I could have managed to pull it out in game 1, but
you were pretty close. Was that game 1 that Mind Twist? Right?
Yeah. In the end,
game 1 was Mind Twist. Yeah,
but it was already over long before, most probably. But
but he had
said
Hurricane, Ron had Hurricane, but yeah, probably Henk could have.
Yeah.
But I still had 2 counter spells. It's again, it's not my type of deck, but it's the first time for me, and you probably said this on stream, but for me, it's the first time playing this deck. But it's amazing. I don't care what you do. I don't care.
Henk, heroin.
The wrong type. Yeah, it's like LSD.
Yeah.
But I mean,
no, but the thing is, I mean, game 1 we thought, right, Ron just has to do as much damage as possible and hope to close it, or close it indeed with a Hurricane, right? We will counter your outs, obviously, and do as much damage until the Abyss comes, right? That's basically the game. But I mean, and the hope is that you take game 1 away. But game 2, did you board in, because you still had the city in the bottle, which I agree it's disruptive, right? But did you board in 4 Dervish, 2 Tranquilities, 2 Concordant Crossroads? Or not the full enchantment kill package?
I did 1 Tranquility, 2 Concordant Crossroads, 4 Whirling Dervishes.
Yeah, that makes sense. And the Tsunami?
And the Tsunami.
Of course, the Tsunami is so fucking bad.
Yeah.
So Ron, I think it's a public secret that me and Richard like to brew together, and then we include Anne, which we did for BB-8 and everything. And then I sent this deck. So yesterday I heard I needed to play the deck against you, so I sent it in the app group, and I said, "What do we need? What do I need to sideboard?"
Nice.
So Richard came up.
2 hours. 2 hours.
Gone. I mean, one game of the deck.
So yeah, go ahead.
Anyway, I sent it to Richard, I sent it to Anne, and all 3 of us agreed. And then I sent a message to Koos, which in English I like to call Koos. Anyway, I sent a message.
And he disagreed.
Fuck's sake, he was everything else.
Yeah, we were completely off. We had no clue.
We were completely off. So I did what Koos did, and it worked.
I asked
why,
what he sideboarded, and I played according his game 3 sideboard. Except I also put in Tranquility, because I think he didn't do that.
I think Tranquility is a really good. Well, it's a must-play card.
Yeah.
But the thing is, now Henk, you and I said Contra Magic is 4 mana, it's too slow.
It's ridiculous.
So don't put Contra Magic in. Coach said, of course, put Contra Magic in. If you know Contra Magic comes in, you need to put two Tranquility in, right? Otherwise, the 2 Tranquility are only for 2 Abyss, right? So, and you want to be fast. Tranquility is more if you're losing the game already, right? So,
but I won the game on Control Magic.
Yeah,
I literally won it on getting that fucking Whirling Dervish out.
Because I loved that opening with double Giant Growth, Ron. That was great. Just bomb, 7 damage.
I thought I'm not gonna let my Giant Growth mind twist again. So I was holding a sword. I just hit him for 7 damage and put the pressure on right from the start. Because from that on, he has to counter and swords everything.
Yeah,
yes.
But I had the swords in my hand. In the city, but I was thinking, okay, he already cast double Giant Growth. Now I'm not gonna play the city, and I'm not gonna wait for a Swords of Blouses anymore. I'm just gonna go for the Control Magic and take the Dervish.
Yeah,
but it was definitely Control Magic won me game 2, I think.
Yeah, it did. And
the Dervish was so fucking strong.
And you, of course, realized after game 1 you should have played the Giant Growth sooner, so now you did. And then you didn't make it in time because we were hoping for game 3, of course.
Yeah, well, in hindsight, I probably was better off crumbling the Velvet Stone so that I would keep him a bit more off his mana. But
yeah, although I did like that game 1 on the Mox, when you played Crumble on the Mox, because that was also a moment where you could have chosen to pump the creature instead with the penalty, but it was a good decision.
I was hoping to get a Ice Storm in game 1, but it didn't show up for a very, very, very long time. So yeah. And
Go
So
ahead, Frank.
the crumble on the mocks, I actually already, when you cast it, I grabbed my Felber Stone, and then you set the mock, so I let it go.
Yeah, because the Felber Stone gives you 2 life, and all it does is produce green mana for you.
Exactly, and I already had black, so it didn't matter because I had an underground sea.
Exactly. So
I agree. It was fine.
It was the good choice, and I was, so, and that was so difficult because in the first game I already missed 1 Loa draw.
Yes.
And I said to you, "Oh shit, I fucked it up." That's why I put the dice on my deck
because Alan noticed. Alan was.
We didn't notice.
Alan was watching how many mistakes does Henk make on the deck. He kept score, right?
It's not my deck. I mean, it's so fucking annoying. So I was like, I was going saying to Ron, oh, fuck, I fucked it up already in turn 2.
It's unbelievable. The first game, despite you having a Loa, I think I had a chance in game 1 if I would have played it a bit more clever. Game 2, I think it was chanceless. Because of the
game 2 was
and the ancestral regrowth, ancestral, etc. So that was ridiculous. But
Ron, how does it feel to lose a final of your own tournament?
Well, I've done that before.
That's true, against Robert, of course.
Yeah. So the Uthden Troll Cup 2, I lost the final, yeah.
Who donated a set of beatdown, which you can look for auction and bid on it if you look at the description below the Facebook link and go to the page.
Exactly.
Bruggetje.
I think we're
not.
we're full circle.
That's not the same Robert, right?
Yes. Oh no!
Falconeers.
Falconeers. Jeez, yeah. Sorry, Maibo. Sorry, Robert Maibo. I confused you with. I already thought, hey, that's a Dutch telephone number instead of a Belgian one. But yeah, okay. Now I figured it out.
It's another Robert. Well, maybe this is a call to Robert Falconeers. You must donate as well.
A full beatdown. A full set of beatdown. A full set of beatdown.
At least a beatdown set.
That Max was on lease. He didn't tell you, but
yeah. Get my CE Max back.
Max Jet that he won.
Yeah.
No, that was amazing.
Hey, but guys, it was still. I mean, okay, it's the deck, it's boring, but indeed, the thing is that at the start of the game, if you know that Henk is on the deck, you're rooting for green, right? That's what everybody does. So you always. Yeah, even you were. Yeah. So like I said, the first 3-4 turns are sort of decisive. So then it's fun, and after that it's just when the game is flipped. Never forget that, of course, you can still win, because I think a lot of people make the mistake thinking that the deck always has it, and sometimes they have 5 land in hand and not the disenchant, not the counter, not the sword side. Yep. But still, I mean, once you turned, especially with the Abyss, then you turn the game around, and then it's just waiting to kill the Mishras and the Orb, right? That's it.
I literally told Ron, I had the Abyss down. I think I had the book 2 turns later. Yeah, I had the Abyss. I played the book. I said, I'm going to take it back, because then he was going to sacrifice his Scavenger Folk. So I waited for that to die. And then I said to Ron, I said, I have it. I mean, you're done. You got the Abyss. You know you're up against mono green. You got the book going. The Loa,
but I had a Hurricane in hand, and I was waiting for mana, and you
have so many counters. You have so many counters in your hand.
But you're casting.
We're already in the graveyard.
Yeah, but you were casting the elves in the script, right? I said he's baiting, so he can cast his Hurricane.
I was
and then Henk was playing the Mind Twist, and we saw the.
I was baiting exactly, and I wanted to play the Hurricane the turn after that.
It makes sense.
Makes complete sense. Anyways,
you play towards your outs, right? So
it's actually. I mean, I haven't done this for a long time. Well, I did it at Raging Bull, but I forgot about it. But it was actually fun to.
We all forgot about it.
How many viewers do we have?
I had
22 left, I guess. Yeah, but we had 35 up to 40, and then there's a lot of people who will watch this tomorrow or Sunday or Monday. No, but they still can bid on items until Tuesday at 9 o'clock,
Yes.
right? So even if they watch this back, you can still, and that was the purpose, right? Maybe not hundreds of live streamers of watchers of the live stream, but there's still a lot of people who watch live streams back. Like there's almost 2,000 people who watch the live stream back of Raging Bull and Uthden Troll and Dwarven Warriors, right?
Richard, is the links, or Timmy, are the links to the auctions in the description?
Yeah, already. Yeah.
Yeah,
Perfect,
they're in the
guys.
description below, and if people can also find the link to the Google Doc there for all the cards that Yoon is missing, that you can still donate. And if you want to donate money or cards, please contact Ron or Richard or myself, and we'll get it all sorted out.
Yeah. And we have a link, Ron. Gideon's sister-in-law is going to Bergen, where Joen Erik lives, during Christmas. Yeah. So we can dump all the cards to Gideon.
Nice.
That's great.
Nice.
That's really
so
great.
We're going to contact him and see if we can arrange that.
I think we need to...
everything at Knights of Thorn. And then,
Thomas, what did you want to say, Thomas?
No, I think maybe we need to get a bottle of Genever as well to give to Yoon then.
True.
Will be fun. He will love that. Hey, I think we can wrap this up, Thomas. I guess it's your cue. But Henk and Ron, thanks for playing. Was still fun. And Henk, next time more beer, I guess.
Yeah, I finished the bottle of wine, but I never played this deck again.
Okay, thank you guys. And of course, thanks to everybody watching. And if you still want to donate, please check the description below for links to the auction that's still live till Tuesday. And of course, for the list of cards and all the ins and outs and how you can help Yoon. And Yoon, hopefully this helps a little bit, and we want to keep you into old school. Okay, bye-bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
Stop the set?
Almost. It's going so slow. My computer is so slow, man. It's so funny. Yeah, now it's stopped. Ja.
Oké.
Nou, ging lekker toch?
Lekker man.
Ja, prima toch?